Hello, folks. My name is Wayne Barbosa, www.capeverdean.net. I'm the founder of Rhode Island First Fatherhood, and what this group of men is about is to recover and re-educate the Afro-American, along with the many other innocent Americans who have been swept up in the enslavement program. I can't think of any other way of putting it. And what I have here today is a little research I did dealing with fathers who can't pay their bills, end up in jail. This is the summary that was put together by a research group. The Rhode Island individual who owes money to the state because of a past criminal conviction are frequently incarcerated because they fail to appear at the ability to appear hearing. Every year, thousands of individuals sit in Rhode Island jails, not for crimes, but because they owe money to the state. Incarceration for court debt is the most common reason to be put in prison in the state of Rhode Island. This report concludes that overall, there is a haste to incarcerate.
something that I personally was working on, and I was already involved in several other websites that seem to really get their point and shit. But when you get the first fatherhood thing, something that really strikes me about it, I hope you don't mind, don't take nothing that I say wrong, okay? Here's something that you've been working on for what? How many years?
Which one? Fatherhood? That goes back to 2001.
I know that. 2001.
Yeah.
So for 9 years. 10 years.
Well, it's 2011, man.
Oh, right. Come to think about it. It's a lot of years.
Yeah.
And if it hasn't worked in all those years, what makes you think it's going to work now?
There's an old saying. It's called never give up.
And there's another old saying too.
What?
You can't teach a horse, you can't take a horse to water if you don't want to drink.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to get them to drink.
Yeah,
I got 8
don't
billion people on this planet. Maybe about...
At least.
All right. And internet is seeing almost a third of what these people are getting access to all information through the internet. If you have reached that many people, the idea of changing people's minds changes the world. Has quantum logic in it. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it's a scientific fact that what people believe in is what makes them.
Exactly.
Right.
I agree with you.
The more people believe in it, the more support, the more manifestation of what you're talking about.
Well, my main concern would be, say, yeah, they did give you a gold in, and you can say maybe you got a grant. How would you show these people, the ones that you're planning on mentoring, that if you let's take someone that's living in the steeples. Yeah, okay.
Let me do this on tape. We'll make a show out of it. Right? All it takes is a quick.
No, not now.
No?
Oh,
damn.
Sort of what I'm saying. I don't want you while we're at the interview. I want to know that I'm right, because during the interview, if I'm fucking wrong about anything, you're jumping right in there. You know, and I know that I'm going to make mistakes with dates and times, and even different organizations.
Me too.
But yeah.
So what? You're a voice out of 8 billion people. You know, no matter
that one out there in Mass really interests me, and I really believe that was a great that you guys did out there, and I'd love to see it happen in Rhode Island. Parting ways in Cape Verde and down there. For some reason, those projects really don't do nothing for me or to me. But
how can you separate them?
Parting ways and first fatherhood.
It's history.
How can you separate first fatherhood? I'll answer my question first. First fatherhood and parting ways. You link them together?
They're one. Parting ways, actually, it started with Future Image. Mm-hmm. Okay? 20, 30, 40 years ago with my kids.
Yeah, way back.
When I was 2000, exactly 2000, was when I heard about parting ways. Okay? I kind of, how do I drop what I've been doing all them years for these kids in the community, right, to go do something else?
Yep.
But when I found out what it was, I realized this is the stuff that affected these kids in the first place.
Yep.
Because the cause is what I was going for, and not the effect.
Not the effect, exactly.
The effect, you can millions and billions of dollars feed into the effect. Without the proper information, you can't make the right decisions. Okay? So let's look at history. Now, Parting Ways told me that history was a lie. Boom.
Okay.
Then it
Really?
told...
You didn't know that before that?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I didn't know much more than you
You know
did.
what? I didn't either.
Who did?
I didn't
We
either
knew
till
what they
I
taught
met
us.
you. Once I met you, everything.
Well, because you got
My
it through a
whole
computer.
life.
Because you
I
got it.
didn't have nothing to do with, well, okay, so that was a part of it. But my whole perspective on life and living and what's really happening in the world, you open my... But
I be one.
once you plant the seed, if you take care of the seed, you get fruit.
You made my point. What am I doing?
Okay, listen.
I'm planting seed.
Okay, listen. What is it? Lately, not lately, but a couple of months ago, I was watching on TV, one of these shows, I've never seen it, of these guys who were going out and they were collecting old junk furniture, and they were going to get back to their place, they were going to finish it, doing it, and then selling it. Now that, if I was coming out of, say, what's his name over there, the student state, and I'm against...
Crossroads?
Yeah, I'm against all that. But if I actually see, somebody dumpster diving, right, coming out with that piece of whatever, doing it over, and then have a prospective buyer for the piece, that video would make me think. Yeah, right, okay, so big deal. You got out of a dumpster on the side of the road or something. But look what's... Now, seeing that,
Yeah.
look at the show. You must have watched it a few times.
American Picture.
Yup, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. These guys are fucking millionaires.
Hold on. What do you think I would be if I didn't have 13 kids and I kept that money for myself over the years? Do you think I would have had $1 million?
Lucky number, 13.
Or do you think I would have... Okay, now check this out. You're going to see what happened in OIC. But before I show it to you, 50 some odd people were supposed to come out of their classroom at 4 o'clock. There was an altercation at the school prior to the class, around lunch, right after lunch. This altercation cleared the building to the point that when I got there, nobody was manning the doors, the receptionist wasn't there, nobody at all, not a soul. I was in the building set up for 20 minutes before someone came out. I had moved the furniture, the display, and all set up and ready. Alright? When he came out, he apologized, there's no one here. I said, that's okay, because the most important thing is we have some men here, and I want to do a commercial for the presentation of future image. You know how to create your own job. So we went ahead and shot it anyway. I got some of it right here. Let's take a picture and tell me if I don't answer your question that you just said.
Really?
What? Oops, son.
Good enough. Not gonna bother.
So this is just the brine. I'm holding on. I'm going to use it for a test subject and answer questions about our products and services. We're going to go around with Fatherhood. This is part of the process. One of the things we'd like to explain is that a lot of people are concerned about finding jobs, especially the jobs that are available. They're not paying as well. And we put together a program where we could create our own job. And one of those things is the image product. Now, Mr. Pento, I would like to show you some of these products. Now, over here, we have a wood burner. I don't know if you can see it. You can turn your back a little bit that way. See that? What do you think about that? Okay, now this is a piece of wood with a picture that it actually needs to be printed. This one. Can you show that to the camera? They look pretty close. All right, this stuff was done at home, and it's waterproof, shatterproof, and heat resistant. Now, how much would you pay for something like that? For your family, you want to be your daughter or something?
Yeah, my kids' face on something like that. Shatterproof.
Heat resistant.
Heat resistant.
This will make a hurricane,
Probably pay about
flood, tornado. It will survive.
$150.
Okay, now, what I want to tell you. Now, this is a flat panel, regular photograph with some snapshots on the edges. Now, how much would you pay for something like that?
Probably about $50.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the wood burn only cost me about $1 to make. $1.
Wow.
So how much money would you make profit if you was to sell this?
You make $149 profit if you would have sold it to me.
50 cents, 75 cents.
Wow. That's amazing.
So there's a great profit to be made. Okay? Now what I did back in the day with my kids is I showed them not only, first I showed them how to make a plaque.
Yeah.
Then we went to furniture. Now this is the headboard of a bed for a boy, a little boy, or a baby. This is the headboard. It's a king tut theme. Alright? It's all waterproof, shatterproof, heat resistant, and these are their names, you know, and Harry Griffin. So basically, a bed like that, made out of maple, you know what that would cost. Over here we have a, I don't know if you can get close up on these wood burns, but we have the lion right here, one burn on the side,
Yeah.
and this is the Egyptian winged scarab. On top, we have the two Egyptian pharaohs and stuff in the face. So this is Egyptian theme. Right? Now something like that there, we first found this in the garbage, this piece, and we attached the little emblems you see, then we burned it, then we poured the plastic, and then we attached this mirror. This mirror doesn't belong to it.
Yeah.
Now what would you pay for something like that?
It's like a $300 piece right there.
Okay, thank you. And this one over here is the telephone table. All waterproof, shatterproof, heat resistant, nice and strong. And these are all antique pieces, old pieces, that otherwise would go in the garbage. In fact, that's where we get these things. We find them in the garbage. And we take them apart and sand them, paint them, and laminate them, or put the wood burn pictures on there.
Yeah.
All right, so basically what I'm trying to show you is you can make a living right out of your own house, your own property. Future Image program was really designed for young kids. After school and on weekends, they were able to come to my shop and bring a picture with them and make a plaque. And they would take the plaque out and show it to their family. Usually around 10 people in the family would buy a plaque. That would give them $100 in their pocket at the end of the week. That's if they sold 10. Now most of these kids did pretty good because they were inspired and they want that money. Well, the same applies to adults, and this is one of the things that we encourage for the Future Image, the Rhode Island First Fatherhood group. They have no jobs and no other way of supplementing income. You certainly can get by on your own deeds. If you feel like going out there, you can go out anytime you want. You can make your products at home. We teach you the course. Within 24 hours, you're ready to go. Now, courses can be conducted in the house, but it would cost you expense to, for us to go there and bring our stuff and supplies of $50 per person. All right, and if they decide they want to go in business, the first plaque they make will cover the cost of the course. So you don't lose any money really, because you can always hang it up on the wall and show people the beautiful plaque that you have that will withstand all kinds of damage and heat and fires and tornadoes, and the process is made for the 21st century. All right, and you might have when there's a fire or when there's a hurricane or tornado or flood, people always wish they had saved their photos, or this will survive. All right. Also, you got to keep in mind, when you're taking down them trees, pretty soon wood's going to be so expensive. And here you got a picture that's mounted on wood and sealed hermetically, so that it doesn't get any air, water, or moisture or anything, so it stays exactly the way it's supposed to be. That's the future in this picture. Alright, now we can take your old furniture as well and custom design it, personalize images, names, logos, convert it from old-fashioned to different designs. We work with you on that. And small businesses, we build websites and maintain the website, email, for a very small fee. We'll take the pictures of your business and you to give us the information, and we do all this for you. And if you want to take care of your own website once we build it for you, it's a lot cheaper, but we'll maintain it for you for less than $10 a month. And you change to whatever you see on there every week or whenever you feel like it. So we can help small businesses as well. Use homeowners. We have another service. We install, distribute, and do technical service on wind turbines. We sell these wind turbines that are manufactured right here in the good old USA. These turbines also have solar panels, if you would like, but it produces enough energy to run your home. In fact, you can run your neighborhood. So if you're interested in a job of selling, distributing, or being a technician in installation, we have those positions available. And homeowners, if you just want to save a lot of money, if not make some, then get in touch with us. These were designed for home, maximum output. You'll love it. Just give us a call. Thank you. First, to get your computer in here, because you want to move over a little bit this way. There you go. Because we want everything to reflect it modern, up to date. Yeah. And we want people to realize that the computer is a very important role in this. Okay. 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 Anytime you're ready. Ready if you are. Okay. You record. Good morning. My name is Wayne Barbosa. I happen to be a co-founder of a group called Rhode Island for the Fatherhood. This program was something that was initiated to help recover the 27.3 million fathers that have nothing to do with their children. There are many reasons and elements in the background of these men that have gotten to the point where they are considered by most low-life, lazy, thugs, gangsters. And this class that we taught was a 3-week course.
program in order to pick up job skills that I might not have already had, which was the case. I learned how to use a computer. I was computer illiterate. I never had any reason to use a computer in any job that I've ever had before, and I found it to be a positive aspect. If nothing else, just to be able to attain knowledge from the website, and especially in finding employment. About the program itself, they taught us how to once again believe in ourselves. Life has a way of being futile when it comes to trying to find work, going out every day. My job was going out trying to find a job, and I went months without employment, no money. I am a father. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I went to visit her once. This comes to mind. This is something that touches me deeply. My daughter asked me a simple thing like that, and I had some money to go to the store, so I ended up getting a gift from the store. I had no money on me. And I explained that to her. I said, honey, I'm sorry, I have no money on me. She said, that's all right, Dad. And it wasn't all right. I felt less than a man. I didn't even visit my daughter for a couple of months after that because I didn't feel as though I was worthy. I didn't even feel like a worthy father. I was devastated by my own attitude. I couldn't do a simple thing for my daughter. There's a lot of different reasons why people might get to the point where they don't visit their kids or they take themselves out of their children's lives. This is just one aspect of something that happened to me personally. The program taught me that life isn't futile, that there is hope. Where there's action, you have to take action in order to make things. Doing with the Rhode Island's first Fatherhood, they gave us the means to understand that we can better ourselves rather than just working menial jobs and getting by week to week, paycheck to paycheck, and never being able to meet our bills or our necessities. Well, life can get futile under those terms. And when you've done that for so many years, in my particular case, I've worked for 22 years of my life. And I've never really, I've always basically existed from paycheck to paycheck and never really had much else in the way of material gains. What ends up happening is that this program teaches me that if I want to better myself, once again, I need to take action. I need to assert myself. But it's not futile because I can actually see gains and prospects. I have long-range and short-term goals that I'm actually accomplishing for the first time in my life. I have hope for the future. I really do have aspirations and true hope for the future today, before I leave. Just going to explain the program in depth. He was our instructor as well as our mentor. And we've got a lot of real good information from him. And I'd like to turn this over to him at this time.
Hello, my name is William Barbosa. I'm going to give you a few facts that I gave to the students. This was course, things changed over the years, but by then, the head of the household, the man, was now down to unemployed, homeless, kind of rejected person. He was refused any kind of life with his family. And after a few generations of this low self-esteem, we have today what we call these thugs and lazy, deadbeat dads. Altogether, this program that we're trying to do is to recover. We know we can't get them all, but recover as many as possible through the same program that David went through. I would like to speak to the entrepreneurship because of the employment problem. Unable to get a job, you have to make a living, otherwise you end up in jail for child support. Plus, again, you're losing that ability to face your family when you don't have money. So we came up with the idea. We know that we spend $533 billion in our community every year on products and services that we don't produce or we don't have the ownership of these companies. So only 7% of that money or less comes back to the community. And a lot of the men don't understand that purchasing Versace and Nike and all these other things is taken away from the community. And to restore this, we come up with products that our men can produce, not just the men, but their families, can produce these products, sell these products and service, and this way have an income, honest, straight income. A little dignity and self-esteem will be incorporated as long as we continue this program. We will continue the classes. One of the opportunities we had was to come up with the product. This product is a lamination. What we did, we went to the people and we said, take a picture off your wall, and we'll fix it up and protect it with this laminated coating. This is heat resistant. You can take this and put it in your refrigerator. You can put it in your washing machine with chemicals and all that, and bury it in the backyard and so forth. It will still come out looking like this, after you recover it. This is a more 21st century, the millennium product, and it's what we would call an heirloom, because the most valuable things you have in your home is your photos, your memories of your family. And when your house burned down or the tornado came through, the one thing you wish you had was those photos. These were made to survive that. So we offer these products in service. And we also produce a t-shirt. We hope we can get into clothing by these guys who come up with their own art or logo, put it on t-shirts. Eventually we hope to get into shoes and pants and jackets with the logo of RIP, Rhode Island First Fatherhood. We also have the opportunity, thanks to the newspaper Vazio International. They're going to allow us to be a representative and sell space, not only on the newspaper, but also on their Vazio websites. A man can go out and sell this to a bank or to a dealership and get as much as $180 commission on just this one ad. And this paper is a very important paper because we've gotten the support of the African American Caribbean Museum of Ethnohistory, which is located in Plymouth, Massachusetts, on 94 acres that we just acquired. We hope to build a museum, and some of the training is towards that goal of creating representatives that will go out and re-educate people in the community as to the history that we're missing in our lives, that would help restore some of that self-esteem. One of the other things that we do is that we produce a class where even young people can learn to wood burn and color and produce art pieces. These also will be stuff that we hope to put in stores and studios to sell. Once they learn to do the wood burning, they also will be able to put it on furniture, restore furniture, which I'm certified to teach the course, and also a certified furniture repair technician. By doing this, again, it's another opportunity to be an entrepreneur or self-employed. I would like to also tell you about a company out in California that has agreed to give us a 50-50 commission on laser graphics. And this book is 2,000 laser prints and lithographs of every kind of scene, every kind of image that you can think of, and we could laminate them, foam, or we could just sell the picture. Now this has given us a start on products and services, because we're not just looking to sell our product and our service, we're also looking for job opportunities. If you know of a job, or if you have some work at home or in your business that's only a day, a week, a month, or temporary or full time, we would like to collect that information. And we want to also let you know that we have tapes, the largest library of tapes, audio tapes, that seminars. These are cassettes that they can listen to. And these are on human behavior, salesmanship, self-esteem. These are motivational tapes that go with Earl Nightingale, Zig Ziglar, Dennis Wakeman. These are the most famous people in American history that have taught top Fortune 500 executives in seminars that cost thousands of dollars. We have this available to teach these fathers so that they can go out and with the confidence and self-esteem to recover themselves. Now, our objective as a whole is to unite the community and also to bring back the self-esteem that was lost in the 30, 40 years or so of busting up the families, and now we have nothing in our communities, and most of the men that have gotten in trouble through dealing drugs or their lifestyle have lost their right to vote, and a lot of the things they do not know what to do about it. Our program is designed to show them what to do about it, to research and develop, until we can recover as many men and put them together with their children again and return to the community to become businessmen, entrepreneurs, and service providers for the rest of the community. I would like to just take a moment. I'd just like to speak to Dave on this and bring it to a closing. Dave?
Thank you, Mr. Barbosa. Rhode Island's first fatherhood has given me a chance to reconstruct my life by giving me hope for a real future, by showing me that I can take action and that life isn't futile. It's not an exercise of futility. They've also taught me that by moving into the future, I can be capable of clearing away the wreckage of my past. And in order to do this, well, we want to become part of the community. These fathers, like myself, need to be embraced by the community. The only way we can do that is by support. When you support Rhode Island's First Fatherhood, whether you buy our products, attend our lectures, or what have you, what you're doing is you're helping a father to once again help himself and help his family and become a useful and productive part of the community once again, an asset rather than a liability. And something comes to mind that I read once, written by an author called Herbert Spencer, and it said there's only one quality that would keep a man in everlasting ignorance, and that's contempt prior to investigation. When you see a man labeled as a deadbeat dad, and he's unemployed, and he's not with his family, automatically that does not mean that he isn't out there trying and out there looking to better himself. Sometimes times can be real tough and things just aren't available in the way of resources. We need your help. In order to become part of the community, we need to be embraced by the community. And I'd like to thank you in advance for your support. Thank you.
Cool story. Recently I had watched a TV documentary about elephants in Africa that were caught in a drought area where they were going to die. The people in Africa decided what they do is get a helicopter and harness, and they would lift these elephants from the endangered area they were in and bring them to a after this was done, they noticed that the baby elephants